Welcome back to Savage Lands News, where we're going to be bringing you all of your flesh and blood news from an absolutely brutal perspective. Now, this is a brand new segment. It's something that I meant to do actually back when I first launched the channel, hence the name Savage Lands News, but it's better late than never, am I right? We're going to be covering last month's flesh and blood news faster than your Aurora deck became a paperweight. Let's dive into it. To the surprise of absolutely nobody, Aurora is dominating this ProQuest season. She needs just 28 wins before she becomes a living legend. RIP to all of those new players who bought an Aurora Armory deck. Though, let's be real, she checks every single box to get an immediate reprint, as confirmed by an LSS article here below. We don't have a date yet, but we know she'll be coming back. Let me check out the math. Runeblade, degenerate aggro deck, competitive, waifu. Yeah, dude, she'll be back soon. Don't worry. With Enigma gone, fatigue decks have been crawling out of their holes, and the community cannot be any more upset about it. Jarl, Florian, and Bravo are thriving. Time to dust off your grave keepings, put on your sweaters, because unlimited health and frostbites are back on the menu. Dash has made a small comeback, dusting off her pistol chambers, hoping to control her way into the finals. Will Dash LL this season? Probably not, but she only needs 48 points, and I guess almost anything is possible. And finally, Rhinar got his first ProQuest win this last week. That brings the total LL points earned by every single brute in the game up to 30. Sucks to be a brute. In this week's Drama Watch, Aurora's imminent LL and retirement from the community has everybody in meltdown mode. Half the player base is celebrating, like myself, and the other half is trying to figure out how they'll justify their losses next week. This is just after the release of her Armory deck just 48 days ago. So new players who've invested around $1,300 on their competitive Armory deck now face a harsh reality. There are no Lightning Rune Blades left in the format, and they essentially own a giant pile of cardboard. On the flip side, the Aurora Armory deck will have the exact opposite problem most Armory decks have, and that's availability. Meanwhile, older Armory deck exclusives that can be found in decks such as the KO Armory deck and the even worse Rhinar vs. Dory set go for astronomical prices on the single market. Savage Sash currently goes for the cost of the entire original Armory deck. And while LSS remains silent on reprint strategies for Armory exclusives beyond what we've seen in those judge packs, players remain a little bit frustrated. Poor Dory players have to buy 3 Rhinar vs. Dory sets to get their full copy of Glistening Steel Blades. It's a good thing she's not a very popular hero, right? Rumors are swirling around that the set after High Seas is going to be a Savage Lands set. MinMax Games mysteriously lists Yellow Blessing of Savageries as a bestseller card this month, and Marvel Rock prices have skyrocketed to $73. Does somebody know something we don't? Are Brute fans finally going to get the love that they deserve? Likely not. We'll see you next month. And if Aurora leaving the game wasn't enough, it looks like New has a very high possibility of leaving the game as well. That would leave us with absolutely 0 heroes left from the MST set, and 0 Mystic heroes available to players in Classic Constructed. So unless LSS does something very quickly, we might see an entire new set of cards unavailable to be played in our primary format. Let's not forget that good stuff happens in Flesh and Blood all the time. It's not all drama and doom. ProQuest Singapore has had record attendance in week 2, showing how alive and well the competitive scene really is. The world premiere of the High Seas set is just around the corner, and community hype is at an all-time high. Shout out to all the pirate cosplayers that are going to be seen from all around the world. LSS just dropped a brand new project called Project Blue. This is a brand new casual format that sits between Commoner and Blitz. This fresh format restricts everything to commons and rares and excludes key staples like Sink Below and Sigil of Solace. This is the type of format that we need to attract new players. Currently, to enter Classic Constructed, you need, on average, about $1,000 as a barrier of entry if you really want to be competitive. Having nice, affordable, and exciting game modes to play for new players is exactly what we need, and I look forward to seeing how this unfolds. LSS also launched at the same time Legend Story Labs. This is your chance to test upcoming game ideas, whether it's brilliant innovations or another format that everybody on Twitter will bitch about. But you now have a front row seat to shaping the future of Flesh and Blood. And this is a very rare opportunity. Very few companies would ever allow you this far in their production process. LSS has time and time again championed the voice of the people. They listen. And if you have the opportunity, go into that Discord and give your feedback. I guarantee that none of you in that Discord are going to mess this up for the grander community. Right? And then we got our World Tour update. The World Tour May lineup is out. Time to pretend you're going to be traveling to all of these exotic locations, seeing the world, absorbing the sun, when in actuality, you'll likely be sitting in a local game store and then the convention center for 5 days. We've got Calling Taipei, Battle-Hardened Minneapolis, Tokyo, Milan, and Hartford all on the calendar. And then this month's card of the month is definitely going to be Count Your Blessings, because I am sure no other card for the next 30 days is going to be as triggering as this one. I can't wait for the healthy discourse on social media. I'm sure it's going to be delightful. Then that wraps up this month's Savage Lands news briefing. Remember, stay salty, stay savage, and I'll see you in the next 30 days when you finally figured out how to beat those fatigue decks. Good luck.